So he's doing a quiz that I've already done. So we are going to have a brief chat because my battery's quite low. And I just couldn't be bothered to charge my phone and then wait.
On his phone.
Yeah, no, not me personally. It's not like I'm about to go, hey, even though I could. So yeah, we've just watched Disney's Wish, which frankly, when it came out at the cinema, we didn't have really the money to go and see it, or actually the time at the time, because I was working on a full-time job and delivering magazines, which is as many hours for the first 2 weeks of the month as a full-time job. So I was doing 2 full-time jobs in the first week of the month, plus pantomime, plus at that point a murder mystery. How did I do all that? It's a blur, if I'm honest. Unsurprisingly. Probably why I've been ill ever since. Anyway, so we've finally got around to watching Wish because we had the opportunity to watch it at home.
And also, obviously, we do have a tradition. Well, I say we. It was your tradition that we've kind of carried forward of having a Christmas movie, and we decided against Wish and watched Wonka instead.
Yeah, which I think was a much better choice. Not that anybody's watched our Wonka review. Anyway.
Perhaps they have by now.
I don't think so last time I looked.
It's still 0.
And it was still 0 about a week ago.
Well, bitches.
Yeah. So, yeah, Disney's Wish. I wish they hadn't. Because it's okay. It's not... I can't say it's a bad film. It's okay. It's not their worst film. It's nowhere near their best film.
I wish they'd done better.
Yeah. I wish they hadn't tried to make it so much about, look, and here's a reference to this old film, and here's a reference to this old film, and concentrated on making the story they'd got, which was decent enough, actually better, because I felt it was just a bit sort of sidelined by the fact of, oh, look at this bear. He could be from Brother Bear, but he kind of talks a bit jazzy like Baloo, so he's kind of nodding two films in one stone? 2 bears in one stone? So it was all... There was one song I liked, which was the Knowing What I Know Now song.
The Revolution song.
Yeah. It was the Do You Hear the People Sing? Because not that, obviously. I did like that. I thought, okay, this is picking up a little bit, but it was still a bit like...
Flash Gordon. Which is a terrible movie on a rewatch.
Yeah, we learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just felt like it wasn't fleshed out, or if various rumours are to be believed, there were lots of changes throughout production, as in the story almost entirely changed, and you can kind of feel that for some of the songs. Oh yeah, but to be fair, that wasn't a hit over here. I only knew it because I have seen Office Space.
Right.
Oh god! Sorry, 2 of our cats are fighting. The 2 called Shadow.
Yeah, Bastion Arado.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just a bit like... I mean, it's crammed with Disney Easter eggs. But I said to Paul, the thing was for me was I actually enjoyed the end credits more. I don't mean the post-credits scene, because there is a post-credits.
The actual
scrolling credits where they reference... They start with Snow White and Pinocchio, and they go through and do every film in order. Even though I did actually point out the ones they'd missed as they went through. I was like, hang on, Black Cauldron should have been... No, it was the first one. I noticed to meet the Robinsons, didn't I?
That was the first
one.
And then you went...
And then I went, hang on, I don't remember seeing the Black Cauldron. I don't remember seeing the Rescuers. Or the Rescuers Down Under. And sure enough, we looked it up on the internet, and those 4 were missed. So I'm a bigger Disney geek than I realised, because that... I don't normally get like massive... There are people out there who we watch on YouTube who quote Disney facts and figures and things that I actually don't know or care at that kind of level.
When I was going through the news article that pointed out ones that were missing, before I got to it, he was giving me the dates of release, and they were correct.
They're films in my life. Actually, I could do all of them. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't spot references in the movie itself to... They're probably in there, I just didn't really get them, but I didn't spot an obvious 101 Dalmatians, and I didn't spot... again, there wasn't really an obvious Meet the Robinsons. Not sure about Bolt. And I'd spot a Bolt reference.
I'd hope so.
That's like my second favourite after Peter Pan. The Peter Pan reference It's done really nicely and subtly in the beginning of the film.
And then
they crowbar you with it at the end. And I was just like, oh, that was not necessary.
Just in case you missed it, bang, 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 bang.
Just like, oh, just leave it subtle with your kids. So, yeah, it's a stick it on when it's on Disney Plus. You haven't got to pay for it on a rainy afternoon.
I would also say as well that they absolutely missed a trick with the King's backstory, which I think would have actually made for a much more interesting movie.
Give him a backstory, you mean?
Well, no, because they gave him one, but never actually expanded on it.
It was, I wouldn't call that a backstory. I'd call it a line.
But you have the cosmic references back to the destroyed tapestry, so clearly something bad has happened.
Oh, that's what you mean? Yeah.
And instead, like I said, you guys go up the stairs. It's just like, but no, you've touched forbidden magic now, so you're bad. Bye.
Bye, bitches. Out of here.
Thanks for playing.
So yes, there's probably an interesting video out there somewhere, or we could. I'll have to watch it again. I can't be doing that. Picking up all the references, which I think would be more entertaining than the actual film. I think
you got most of them on the initial watch through.
I rattled off a lot.
Running commentary.
A lot. But I probably didn't get all of them. I didn't make a note of them or anything. So it's not a bad film. It's not a great film. It's just a film.
Yes, absolutely.